What's up, Maxis? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Today we're going to be taking a look at some news and market updates, so let's get into it. We'd really appreciate if you would like and subscribe so you don't miss any videos, and turn on bell notifications as well. We're posting 4 videos per day, so come back every day for daily updates and analysis, and make sure to comment down below for your chance to win a hardware wallet in our new monthly giveaway. Make sure to like, subscribe and comment to be eligible. Only 20% of our viewers are subbed, so please tap that red subscribe button. We've had reports our content isn't being recommended to our subs at the moment, so please hit the bell icon and turn on all notifications so you never miss a video. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. Before we begin, we'd just like to say thank you all so much for all of your support. You're all amazing. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. So we're just going to go through some of the recent news from the past few days. We've decided to start doing some news videos like this for every few days just to keep everyone updated with what's going on in the crypto space. We know a lot of people ask a lot about what the news is in the crypto space and what's happening, so we thought we'd start doing a few videos like this just so we can keep everyone up to date. We obviously appreciate our subscribers so much, so as always, if you have any comments or suggestions about what we could do on the channel, what you'd like to see, then please let us know down below in the comments. And we will try to basically provide some content that you think is valuable. So as you can see, China blocks cryptocurrency Weibo accounts in Judgment Day for Bitcoin. Several popular accounts on Twitter-like service are closed down, displaying message saying accounts violate laws and rules. China has stepped up its crackdown on Bitcoin trading and mining, blocking a slew of cryptocurrency-related accounts on Twitter like Weibo platform over the weekend. More action is expected, including linking illegal crypto activities in China more directly with the country's criminal law, according to analysts and a financial regulator. So as you can see, this is obviously just more of a FUD article. Again, China bringing out the FUD. They're basically going after people who are talking about cryptocurrency, trying to shut them down, basically. We've seen a lot of stuff coming out of China basically saying that they're banning cryptocurrency again for like the 50th time, and that they're cracking down on the energy consumption of mining for Bitcoin and other cryptos. But obviously anyone that knows their salt knows that pretty much the vast majority of mining that is done for crypto is done on the cheapest energy possible, and this is renewable energy usually because it's the cheapest energy. There's actually one province in China, I believe it's the I can't remember exactly what the district is, but there is one area in China where 75%, basically around 50% of all the mining in China is in that province. And 95% of the mining is done on renewable energy, which is hydroelectric. So there really is quite a lot of slewing of the actual statistics of how much these things affect things. And obviously, as we can see, this is just another FUD article from what we can tell. Judgment Day for Bitcoin sounds very, very dramatic, considering that every single time there's been a Judgment Day for Bitcoin in the past, in the long term, it's performed extremely well. So as you can see, there's a lot of people here claiming that people are getting their accounts blocked on this Chinese Twitter service. But obviously, as we know, China is a heavily communist country, and they do have a heavy control over regulating what their citizens say and do. Pretty much all of their internet access and all of their platforms are basically government controlled and owned, which means that they can basically censor people in the blink of an eye. And this is clearly part of their new kind of initiative to basically cut down on cryptocurrency stuff in general. But this is quite ironic, as they're also bringing out the digital yuan, which is also a digital currency. So it's basically there's a big juxtaposition here about what's actually happening and what kind of things are going on. The Weibo freeze comes as Chinese media have stepped up reporting against crypto trading. The official Xinhua news agency has published articles that expose a series of crypto-related scams. State broadcaster CCTV has said cryptocurrency is lightly regulated asset often used in black market trading, money laundering, arms smuggling, gambling, and drug dealing. So as you can see, this is more FUD. We all know for a fact that the vast majority of all of these kinds of things are done in dollars. I think there was a statistic saying that 90% of all of the money laundering and all kinds of this stuff is done in cash, obviously because it's untraceable, which is exactly what the criminals want. They're not going to be using cryptocurrency when it's much more easy to trace different wallets to different kinds of amounts, etc., etc. Basically, this is just more FUD. And we do believe, as you can see here, The crackdown also comes as China's central bank is accelerating testing of its own digital currency. So what it looks like is happening to me is that they're trying to clear out the competition. They're trying to get FUD people out of all these different cryptocurrencies that they can't control. And then they want to get people using their digital yuan, basically. So in our opinion, this is just FUD. Things like this come out all the time, but obviously nothing can stop Bitcoin. There's not going to be a judgment day for Bitcoin. And if people really want to use Bitcoin, it's fully decentralized. So there's not really any way that they can actually stop people using it. They can try and ban cryptos, but people will probably still use it regardless, because in the end, we do think crypto is probably going to be an unstoppable force. So next article, which is probably the biggest news over the weekend. Bitcoin El Salvador plans to make cryptocurrency legal tender. This is actually a very, very big deal in a few instances from what we could tell. So if we just look at the article, El Salvador's president says he will make Bitcoin cryptocurrency legal tender in the country. If his plans are backed by Congress, the Central American country would be the first in the world to formally adopt the digital currency. It would be used alongside the US dollar, El Salvador's official currency. So there's a few things to this which are very, very important in our opinion. One thing is, obviously, this is a massive case for mass adoption and a huge plus for Bitcoin. We do think this is extremely bullish news, and this could set a potential precedent for other countries to potentially accept Bitcoin as an actual currency. And the discrepancy of currency rather than asset is a big deal in our opinion, because obviously if Bitcoin gets accepted as a currency in many countries across the world, when you're actually trading Bitcoin, that means that you're doing foreign exchange, because this is essentially qualified as a currency rather than an asset. And if you're doing foreign exchange, doesn't that technically mean that you're actually not liable to pay any capital gains tax on that, because you're just exchanging one currency for another and doing foreign exchange? So there's quite a lot of interesting dynamics that this could potentially play out. Obviously, there's an SEC lawsuit against XRP and Ripple Labs currently, saying that XRP is a security and not a currency. So this kind of basically countries coming out and saying they think Bitcoin is a currency, and they're planning on making it legal tender, an official digital currency in their country, is massive news for adoption and bullish for all cryptocurrencies in general, because this is fully legitimizing them for their actual use case, rather than basically all these corporations, government bodies like the SEC coming out and saying that essentially all these cryptocurrencies are actually commodities or securities and they're not currencies. So in our opinion, this is bullish for the long term for regulation as well. If Bitcoin was widely accepted as a currency, a digital currency, then we do think this would be very bullish for regulations, and across the world this would probably lead to more institutional adoption as well, because there would be a lot more guidance on what's acceptable with Bitcoin, and obviously this would open the floodgates for a lot more money coming into the space. So as you can see, President Nayib Bukele, I believe that's how you say it, says Bitcoin will make it easier for Salvadorians living abroad to send payments home. This is obviously a big issue that we see a lot for a lot of foreign nationals, is trying to send money home to their family. Obviously, the current Swift payment banking system is very expensive. It can cost as much as $20 to $30 to send over $100 in transaction fees, which is obviously ridiculous. This is another reason why XRP is so necessary, is because it would make this essentially almost free to do. So that's another reason why we'd be bullish on XRP as well. In the short term, this will create jobs, generate jobs, and provide financial inclusion to thousands outside the formal economy. So basically, this is just a way for more people to essentially transact value, which is always bullish for a country. This may also lead to more people moving to El Salvador, because it's obviously going to be quite a crypto-friendly nation, which could have very favorable tax laws as well. So this could be quite a good move in general for their country, and also this is bullish for Bitcoin in our opinion. As you can see, what I've just said, PR value, this is obviously good. Adopting a natively digital currency as legal tender provides El Salvador with the most secure, efficient, and globally integrated open payments network in the world. Basically a young president trying to capitalize on a popular image. So obviously this looks very good for El Salvador in general, and this could lead to quite a lot of economic stimulus for their country if a lot of people start moving there, and more and more money is being moved around because of Bitcoin as well. So we do think this is bullish in general. This is definitely one of the biggest news articles to come out over the weekend, and we do think this could set an amazing precedent for the future. So very interested to see where this goes in the future. Third article, taking a look here. Another statement from Elon Musk says the new space race has begun as the crypto market settles. So as we can see here, the crypto market is settling down on Monday after a weekend of staged invasions, explicit coins, and support from El Salvador, which you just mentioned. Past few days saw the staging of Bitcoin 2021, which has been the event over the weekend where everyone got together to talk about Bitcoin and digital currencies in general. There was quite a lot of maximalist activity, which we're not particularly a fan of. But we do think that this quote from Elon Musk is quite interesting, saying that the space race has essentially begun for cryptocurrencies. And we do really think that this is an important quote to take heed of. We're obviously still so early for the cryptocurrency market, considering its market cap is still under $2 trillion currently. And when you consider that the entire stock market is well over $100 trillion, there is a huge amount of potential for growth here for cryptocurrency. And we do think that the crypto market in the long term, in the next 5 to 10, 20 years, is going to be well over $100 trillion, maybe far, far exceeding that, depending on the amount of adoption that it does get for mainstream use cases like cross-border payments, banking systems, CBDCs, all this kinds of stuff as well. So this is an important thing to note, and we do think that in the long term, cryptocurrency is going to capture an absolutely ridiculous amount of market cap. Everyone often likens cryptocurrency to essentially the start of the dot-com boom, where basically there was just a huge amount of websites launching on the internet when it was first launched, and 95% of them did die off. But obviously the ones that survived, the Amazons, the Googles, etc., have done extremely well. And it does seem as though we are in that kind of stage of thousands and thousands of currencies coming out in the cryptocurrency space. But the ones that stand the test of time, they're probably going to do extremely well in the long term. So very bullish on the crypto space in general. Some more FUD here. UK's AML rules could force up to 50 crypto firms to cease trading. The FCA has expressed concern that a significantly high number of crypto asset businesses are not meeting its standards. So this is something we touched on in the last video, but I think this is something very important to go over again. We do think that this is complete FUD. They're basically saying that the article itself, the title for it is very misleading, because it's basically saying that all these crypto firms are going to have to shut down. But they're basically just saying that they're expressing concern that they're not adhering to the new financial regulations that they've just implemented. So of course they're not going to be fully complicit if the rules have just changed. But it's highly likely that all of these crypto trading firms have done their due diligence and they know exactly what they need to do to stay in business. It seems very unlikely to us that massive crypto exchanges in the UK are going to get shut down just because of a regulation change. And they'll most likely be very complicit, because they don't want to lose their business just over the sake of a few little regulation changes. So as we can see, it says as many as 50 UK firms in the UK dealing with cryptocurrencies could be forced to close down after failing to meet their Financial Conduct Authority's anti-money laundering rules. On Thursday, the UK's financial watchdog said it's concerned over a significantly high number of crypto asset businesses are not meeting its standards, which in turn could be seen as an unprecedented number of businesses withdrawing their applications. We do think this is total FUD. This is just essentially more fear and more mainstream kind of fear being trying to put into the crypto space. We don't think that this is going to happen. It's very unlikely that these exchanges will close down due to a regulation change. It's very unlikely in our opinion, and it's most likely the case that they will actually just make themselves completely adherent to these new policies that they're setting up. Obviously, it's pretty obvious that governments around the world, and especially central banks for the most part, are trying to suppress the adoption of cryptocurrency in general, because they know it's such a big threat to their essentially their system. So in the UK, they're trying to implement very heavy tax laws, as I well know because I'm from the UK. They're trying to basically implement more and more tax laws on crypto so that they can get a big chunk of people's profits. But they're also not really actually implementing much regulatory clarity about crypto in general. So they basically want to have their cake and eat it. They want to get money from it, but they also want to suppress it. So it's very, very annoying and backward. And we do think it's very backwards. And in the UK, it's very frustrating. It is probably going to lead to a lot of people who are heavily involved in cryptocurrency leaving the UK, because there is a lot of open-endedness and indecision about regulation and supporting cryptocurrency future. It does seem as though our central bank in the UK really dislike cryptocurrency from what we can tell. All their statements are very, very negative about crypto. So it's very disappointing to see this. And it's probably going to drive a lot of cryptocurrency innovation away from the UK. And we've also seen similar things in the US. So it's very, very annoying that cryptocurrencies are trying to be suppressed. But as we said, because it's decentralized, in the long term, it seems inevitable that cryptocurrency will win. So These kinds of things are just short-term FUD, but they're probably not going to amount to anything in the long term. And then the last article that we saw, consolidation continues with a breakout imminent. This is just relating to TA, but this is something that we've been looking at in our charts for basically the past few weeks. So as we can see, the past week has been a period of consolidation while the market is trying to break out from its current levels to regain the bullish trends. We've had the 2021 Miami Bitcoin conference, yet another market-moving tweet from Musk, and the continued unsurprising march of crypto and blockchain adoption taking shape globally, with positive news feeding one another. On the CBDC front, Bank of Thailand has started prototyping a digital currency format with a horizon of 3 years to implement. More such experiments are likely and will boost adoption for the cryptocurrency market in the future. So as we can quite clearly see, more and more digital currencies, central bank digital currencies, are becoming more and more of an inevitability in our opinion. Obviously, we've got America trialing their CBDC. The digital yuan in China is already being implemented. We do think there's a digital pound on the way as well from what we've seen. So as we can see here, Wisdom Tree, a New York-based exchange-traded fund, has filed with the SEC for an Ethereum-based ETF. As we well know, there's already a bunch of Bitcoin ETFs that are awaiting approval by the SEC. And this has been going on for 2 or 3 years now, so it seems inevitable that there will be a Bitcoin ETF coming very soon. The SEC can't just keep paring off all of these ETF applications forever, because there really isn't that much reason for them to not accept them at this point. So it does seem very likely to us that eventually we are going to start to see ETFs coming out for Bitcoin. And obviously this is going to open up a massive amount of new capital coming into the space. We are reaching a critical point on the charts, as you can see, where we've been essentially bouncing around in around the 35 to 40k area, all the way down to as low as 31 to 32k. So it does seem likely to us that considering that the fundamentals for cryptocurrency is so bullish currently, we're probably looking at a bounce to the upside rather than a further decline, especially when you consider all of the amount of money that's about to flow into the space. If we get these ETFs approved, then Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're probably going to see a huge amount of capital coming in from hedge funds and all kinds of other places that don't actually want to hold crypto themselves, but wouldn't mind buying the ETF through traditional means like stocks, for example. So it seems very, very likely to us that in the long term, this is going to benefit the crypto space hugely, and we're going to see a massive amount of adoption in general. So as we said, we do think the breakout is imminent, and we are hopeful it's going to be to the upside. Considering how bullish the fundamentals are, this does seem likely to us. So that's all the news for today, guys. These are some of just the recent news articles that we've seen. If you want to see more videos like this, please let us know down in the comment section below, because we'd be really interested to see if everyone likes these news kind of videos, and basically if we should keep doing them. So we'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please let us know down in the comment section below. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can keep up to date with all of our videos. Remember to comment down below and be subscribed to enter into our brand new monthly giveaway for a hardware wallet. If you'd like to support the channel more directly, please sign up to our Patreon via the link in the description below, or sign up to YouTube membership by hitting the join button right next to the sub below this video, where you can get access to our private Discord. We're offering coin calls, one-to-one access to us personally, insight into our personal portfolio, daily research of crypto assets with massive potential, and access to our brand new 100x portfolio. With so many benefits, you might as well check it out below. Don't forget to get 2 free stocks with Webull by signing up and then depositing $100 using our link in the description below. You can quite literally deposit the $100, get your 2 free stocks, and then withdraw the money. So there's no reason not to do that, and they could be valued all the way up to $1,600 each. But don't forget to actually deposit as well after signing up, otherwise you won't receive the second stock. Scammers get worse every day, so make sure to protect yourself and your crypto online with PureVPN. Sign up below for some big discounts. You can get access to block content and protect yourself from phishing scams with super low monthly payments and high quality speeds. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.